Hey everyone, this is Lily and I will be doing my presentation on Los Angeles, a city of alarmingly poor air quality. So, what exactly is air pollution? As the World Health Organization defines it, air pollution is a contamination of the indoor or outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. So, in my research for this project, I found out that Los Angeles has the worst air pollution problem in the United States. The city is also always covered in a thick blanket of smog. The two most prominent pollutants in Los Angeles are particulate matter and ozone pollution. Particulate matters are essentially microscopic particles that can easily be inhaled into the respiratory system. Particulate matter 10 and anything lower can be easily inhaled. PM 2.5 is considered fine particulate, which means it's quite small and can be deadly. Ozone pollution occurs when chemical emissions from various sources interact with heat and sunlight, which results in a ground level blanket that traps heat and other pollutants. Now, what are some of the major contributors to air pollution in Los Angeles? Major sources of pollution are going to originate from human activities and environmental causes. Major man-made air pollution often originates from gas and diesel-dependent vehicles such as cars and trucks. And since there's a population of around 4 million people living in this city, it means that there are millions who own automobiles. The dependency on these vehicles result in releases of pollutants such as carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxides. Los Angeles is also a major shipping import hub, and because of that, the cargo ships and trucks used usually depend on gas or diesel to run, which contributes to the pollution problem. Other sources include industrial and local business that produce particulate matter. Environmental factors that worsen the air quality include extreme heat waves, frequent and long-lasting wildfires, and Los Angeles' basin-shaped region. The sedimentary basin of the city and its surrounding adds to the problem since it traps ground-level ozone pollution and leaves it there. As the ozone layer stays, other pollutants collect in it. How does the city's pollution crisis impact the community? Well, it impacts human health. Pollutants such as particulate matter PM10 to PM2.5 or less can wreak disastrous havoc on the body. Several health concerns range from issues such as wheezing, coughing, and asthma to more serious levels that could result in premature death. Critical conditions include development of lung cancer, strokes, cardiovascular diseases, and neurological issues. Other issues also include skin irritation and itchiness and reduced ability to see. also creates equity issues within the healthcare system. So the poor air quality in Los Angeles has been linked to health equity issues for its citizens for a while. In a recent UCLA article, a pulmonologist noted that past urban policies often left low-income individuals and communities out of regions where traffic and smog was less dense. Those who struggle financially to support themselves often lived in areas that are much cheaper and usually more polluted. They also end up being unable to afford the necessary medical care to treat their illnesses. So, some current laws to combat the crisis. Well, Los Angeles has been struggling with its pollution problem since the early 20th century. They've recently throughout the years they've enacted several laws and regulations, but most were unsuccessful since they often fail to adapt to rapid changes in urbanization, industrial and population growth. A new law known as Refinery Rule 1109.1 recently passed in the last year by the South Coast Air Quality Management District. The new law requires that 16 facilities, including 12 oil refineries, to install pollution controls on all outdated heater and boiler system equipment by the year 2030. These newly installed controls must focus on reducing pollutants, especially nitrogen oxide, by 8 tons per day. Refinery Rule 1109.1 is expected to reduce around 400 premature deaths and create more than 1,800 new jobs to install and maintain the devices. So, what are some possible solutions for the city? There are several solutions to curb the air pollution crisis within the city, but since most of the pollutants originate from gas-dependent motor vehicles, there should be a reduction in car usages and instead have it replaced with public transportation such as buses, trolleys, light rails, commuter trains, and streetcars. Construction of massive highway roads and streets should be reviewed and reduced, and the areas that would otherwise be used for roads can be turned into pedestrian-friendly spaces that promote livelier environments for its citizens to interact and explore their community. That's it. Thank you everyone for your time. And here are some of the sources I used in case any of you are curious and want to check it out. Thank you again.